Well, hello.
Hello, hello. I'm spinning, but there I am.
There we are.
Yeah. Oh, we need background music. Let's see. Go back down, slide her down. Let's listen to the beat of the intro. I was like,
I know. I'm just.
forget all about the background music. Boop. There we go. Well, welcome to another Friday edition of Collector Fusion.
It is. It's Friday.
Let's see.
It's Collector Infusion. I
Oh,
said Infusion. Collector Infusion. I fucked up my part of the name at least. So,
I have a new guilty pleasure. Cherry RC Cola.
dude, I haven't had RC Cola in so long. We used to get that all the time when I was a kid, but like, I don't know what happened to RC Cola in Texas. Just like you can't find it anywhere anymore. It was like RC Cola was way better than Coke. I mean, granted, I'm from Texas, so my favorite soda by law has to be Dr. Pepper. And it is my favorite soda, actually. But RC Cola was, all I remember is it was, I haven't had it in probably 20-something years. It was way better than Coke or Pepsi.
It is. It very much is. That's usually my go-to, like over either one of those. And they just recently started carrying. They didn't have regular RC Cola, and I saw this sitting on the shelf. It was like cherry RC. I've never seen that before. I was like,
I picked up recently the new. I don't know how new it is. I'm such a turd, but who knows? It's probably not that new. But the new cherry cream soda Dr. Pepper.
oh, I remember that when it came out.
Oh my God, was it delicious? Like, what the hell? Why have I never tried this before? It's freaking great. The thing is it's not something that you can really like. It's like its own little treat. It's not something you want to have with like a meal or anything. You know what I mean? Because it's got its own, it's very own unique sweet flavor. Like you want to have it by itself, not.
So I don't know if you've ever had cheer wine, and it sounds like probably something like cheer wine.
Yeah.
You don't drink it when it's like ice cold. It is absolutely nasty. But when it's cold, it's like one of the best cherry sodas you can have. Okay. So I wonder if that kind of made me pop in like my head with like the cream soda with like the Dr. Pepper. I bet it would be terrible warm.
Yeah. I don't know. I love that. I drink Dr. Pepper with everything, with every meal. I make Dr. Pepper floats instead of root beer floats. Mm-hmm. Delicious. If you've never tried it, try it.
But if you can find cherry RC, highly recommend.
I'll try. I'll see if I can even find just regular RC Cola.
Try the Dollar General. That's where I get mine.
Oh, really? We got one close. I never go there though.
General Dollar. I mean, wherever. I went blurry. Come on.
So what's up, audience? How you guys doing? We got Name, Jen, Tomcat. What's up, guys? Matthias is out there. What's up? Hola. ¿Cómo estás? Oh, anyway, so Jared, you go ahead and do the show. I'm going to be working on my project. Goddamn, I'm so bad at this. I was telling people in the audience last week or week before, whenever I was working on my motorcycle, which I'll show you guys. When I was working on my motorcycle, people were asking, "What are you doing? Are you like rolling joints down there?" Because I'm talking to people in the audience and on my show where that's what I do on Friday nights. I just talk to them. I'm not looking up news stories or something. So I would look up and I would look down and I would just be talking and answering questions and stuff. And I was like looking down like this the whole time. What are you rolling joints? No, I have like legitimately, for those that don't know, I legitimately have a mild form of OCD. Like that's real. And it sucks sometimes, but one of the things like that happens is when I start something, I find it really, 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 really mentally difficult to stop until I'm done. And it's to my detriment sometimes, especially when working on projects here like this and customizing figures and things, because it hurts me mentally to not finish them, even though I have to do things like let paint dry before I can put on another coat. And it's bad. It's bad. Fortunately, I don't have like a real bad case of OCD. I'm not like one of those dudes you see in the movie It has like walk in a room and flip a light switch 3 times or anything like that. But there are certain things that trigger my OCD. That
This one is going crazy.
he just like, he or she, I forgot.
She.
Lazy. How big's she gonna get?
Well, her daddy was a boxer, and the mother was a labradoodle, so probably pretty good size.
Yeah. We used to have a boxer pit mix. She was the sweetest dog we ever had.
She's in the Velociraptor phase right now.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, my little one just turned a year old. Dog, that is, not my kids. My youngest kid's 10. My youngest dog just turned a year old, and she's still like that. Of course, she's a Chihuahua too, so that makes a difference.
I love that video. It's like, well, like, how you relax? I pet my dog, and he's petting a Chihuahua. It's going
Yeah.
It's about like her right now.
No.
What are you doing? You gonna chew on my box from Big Bad Toy Store? Oh. I did see that multiple vendors buy stuff from. They're raising their free shipping price.
They're right.
They used to be like you get like your pile loot system at Chosen Prime. Once you get to $150, you get free shipping.
Oh, so now you gotta buy more to get it free.
$100 for get the free shipping, but you can leave it in there as long as you want to. There's like of course you collect stuff like we do, like $200.
Right.
It's fast.
Yeah, I can do that on a Friday night pretty easily.
Yeah, well, after today, I'm sure a lot of people did.
Did you get anything new this week? What did you get?
And they came in. I've been waiting to open them up for the show. And I got one from Big Bad Toy Store, one from Chosen Prime.
What's in the box?
I got a Batman sticker.
Mm-hmm.
Big Bad Batman Battle. Interesting. We got La Morta. You turn that overhead light off, it's like just blowing everything out.
La Muerta.
Let's see. Yeah, that'd be better. La Morta. And Lady Satanus.
Nice.
Big Boobs McGee, Chaotica.
Oh, he bit. Yep.
And the new Superior Spider-Man.
Nice. I still haven't found that one in stores anywhere. Because I haven't, I don't know.
Well, now I've got to put this place where Chomper's going to get it. Yeah, she's under focus on them right now. Okay. Alright. Go chew in the box. And she's going to it. Ben, because of Ben, he's starting another figure while the other one dries. Nice puppy. Just picked up a stray. I was wondering about the neighborhood. Looks like a German Shepherd.
Oh, German Shepherds are great. Best dog I ever had was a German Shepherd.
Ah. Hello, hello.
Hola,
Hello.
¿cómo estás?
Bien.
And we're so it's called Chaotica Big Boobs McGee, but pretty much every one of these are. That's
their go-to body type for loose collector.
Well, it's Coffin Comics. All their ladies are well endowed, curvy and well endowed.
Let's be honest. Comics, all their ladies are well endowed. Have you ever seen a flat-chested comic chick?
No.
Modern Marvel.
Well, okay. let's go back. Everything pre-2012. All of comics history for 90 years pre-2012, every chick had big tits.
Yeah, well, and they actually went out of their way to show them too.
Yeah, they did. They did.
You know, the peekaboo costumes and all that. So
remember Sue Storm's famous '90s costume? That
oh yeah, with the cutout four. And then remember, what was her name? Well, there was that period of time in the '90s where she was basically a dominatrix for a storyline.
Yeah,
she wore the black leather. She looked like a dominatrix. That's exactly like, I'm not exaggerating. If you haven't read those comics, that's exactly what Sue Storm looked like. She had dominatrix, but with the black mask with like some spikes on it.
Yeah.
And what got her to snap out of it was Reed just like being a misogynist to her.
Yeah. She snapped out of it. She's like, "Oh, what am I doing? Reed, let me go make you a sandwich." And it worked like a charm. She started washing the dishes and making a sandwich. It's great.
I'm surprised he didn't do the Hank Pym bitch slap.
Hank Pym. He literally knows how to slap somebody out of it.
It was like when they come out with that recent 2-pack, Hank Pym and the Wasp, and they made the Wasp's head look like Amber Heard.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, as soon as I see it, it's like, no wonder he slapped her.
No shit. It's like, she has a very slappable face.
You know what?
I get it now. I get it. She probably took a shit in his bed or in his lab, and he just was like, you know what? Listen, 5 across the eyes.
You know what? If that Pym,
we totally get kicked off YouTube for saying this shit. This is making fun of domestic abuse.
Yeah.
But it's funny.
Well, she was.
Funny.
When it came out, though, the fact for everybody, she was the actual abuser.
Yes. So what we're saying is, in this case, she deserved to get slapped, right? Is that what we all? Oh no, we're not saying that. Okay, sorry.
Wait.
I got Dalsim.
Dalsim! Finally, dude. That is the best Street Fighter figures so far. Out of all the ones that have come out, that's the best one.
It is. It looks nice. I love the fact he actually comes with many arms and legs.
Mm-hmm.
You guys want to see what came to Canada?
Ooh, the old
Whoa, wait, what?
Yeah.
You got Odin?
I got Odin.
Survived. I've seen some. There's a couple of YouTube channels that I watch that are in Canada, and they've been doing reviews on them. So Canada's been getting them before we have.
Oh, yes.
I got Bison.
Getting Bison.
You want to make? Hey, let's make my Odin fight your Bison.
Yeah.
Odin would whoop the shit out of Bison. Whoop the dog shit out of him.
We got not Ryu. Ken?
Not Ryu.
Yeah. I got another Scar.
Is that the third one?
Yep, for custom fodder. And I got 2 of these upgrade kits for my Snarl figures.
Nice.
That's all I got. I did make some orders today, though. Which we'll be talking about of all the stuff in did. But even before that, though, I did break down and pre-order Dragon Man. It don't come out next year, so it's like you're not really out of anything. Get out of that. Get your head out of the box. She's trying to eat my Street Fighter figures.
Oh, you got the little one there?
Yep. And I did pre-order Dragon Man today. Because he don't come out till next year, so you're not going to get charged till next year. It's not like a HasLab.
All right.
It's made to order, so if you don't order between now and the 17th of October, you're not getting one. When they cut it off, that's it.
By the way, I almost made a video on this and I decided I just really don't want to. What is with these groups of, I'm assuming it's just Hasbro haters, bitching about Dragon Man?
I don't know. They're acting like it's like $500.
Well, like, first of all, the speculation was because these same people, by the way, because these are all in these Facebook groups I follow. These same people 2 weeks ago were like, "Oh, watch, Dragon Man's going to come out. It's going to be $200. They're going to try and get the same as they were for Giant Man and blah 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 blah." And oh, look, their HasLabs are failing, so they got to go to a different and try something else. Then it came out for $85. And they're like, "Oh, I just no way I'd pay $85 for that. Oh, poor Hasbro. Their HasLabs don't work, and they're trying to rip people off." I'm like, rip people off? Have you seen how big this thing? It's 17 inches wide with the wingspan,
and almost 11 inches tall.
11 inches tall. Like, they just want to bitch at this point. They just want to bitch. They just want to bitch.
I bet you
Here's
those
the
are the
thing:
same
if
people.
you don't want it, just don't buy it.
Those are the same people that were probably backing the Hell Charger, or the Hell.
Probably.
You call it. They were probably the ones that
you
were
had the
backing
reverse
it.
people that going, "Oh, you need to back the Hell Charger, or you're not going to get anything."
Yeah.
It's like, no, that one was kind of a piece of shit.
I'm telling you.
I don't get what it is. Look, as far as I'm concerned, Dragon Man is a good deal. By modern dude, imagine if it, and by the way, these are the same people who'll go spend $120 on a fucking Mythic Legions figure.
Yes.
Right? And it's like, okay, well, here's a Dragon Man figure that's huge, that looks awesome for $85, and you're bitching about it. Shut up.
How much was Odin in the U.S.?
Shut up.
How much was Odin in the U.S.?
I think he was
40?
60.
Or no, it was 45?
No,
he was 60.
60.
I don't remember. I didn't order him, so I don't know.
I think $9.99.
Okay, he was like 80, almost 85 up here. Okay, which is normal compared to you guys. So if you guys would spend 60 on Odin, you wouldn't spend an extra 25 on that giant man. I mean, sorry, that giant Dragon Man.
Exactly.
Come on, that's ridiculous.
Let's see,
Some people
Dragon Man.
just want to bitch. That's what it boils down to. They just wanted to bitch.
Yeah.
What else?
Well, it's very. There's there are certain YouTubers out there too that does that shit and just drives like the bitch and complain over nothing.
Yeah.
If it has no effect on you, it's like they were trying to force the people not. They're trying to force people not to buy stuff, like guilt you into not buying things. You're just stupid if you buy this.
Look, these are the same people that bitched and tried to get people to not buy the Cantina playset. Guess what? It fully funded. These are people that bitched about the Rattler. Guess what? It funded twice over.
Oh, and the same comical people saying $250 is too much for a Transformer.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
And people said Giant Man wasn't worth it. It funded. Like,
Giant
they're
Man was
pissed
great,
off.
dude.
They're pissed off because there are groups of people. I've made videos about these people, so we all know who they are. Groups of people that feel like that they're so important in the toy YouTuber community that their voices and their opinions and their bitching that they've been doing about HasLabs and Hasbro and all this shit for about the last 4 years should be listened to. And why shouldn't fucking everybody feel the way I feel about this? And why do these damn HasLabs keep funding and blah, 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 and they're pissed off, and we all know it goes back to Retro Boy and that little crew, and they're pissed off because people haven't listened to them. They bitched and bitched and bitched, and they've been held up by their little fan communities in their little corner on YouTube, and so they think their opinion means something, and they don't understand why Hasbro keeps selling HasLabs and keeps selling product when they've spent so much time hating on it. They don't get that they may be a big channel in their own mind, but they're a big fish in a little fucking pond, okay? And the vast majority of people don't give a shit what they say. So they're blown away. So then they get on their Facebooks and they say all this shit, and then their little fans get on Facebooks and go to all the groups and say all the same shit. But they're mad and they're angry and their blood pressure's going up because people aren't listening to them, and Hasbro keeps selling stuff.
Casey.
What the fuck's going on? Why is nobody listening to me? HasLab sucks. Cantina sucks. Bullshit. They're ripping you off. Once they're ripping you off, and don't fucking buy it. Look, I don't buy any of that shit. I've never backed a HasLab. I never will back a HasLab.
Me neither.
I don't buy any of that shit. But I can see that it's not a fucking ripoff. I can make I can use my brain to look at something and go, okay, and compare it to other things and go, yeah, no, that's not a ripoff.
Yeah.
These people are listen to me. Shut the fuck up, dude. You're not as important as you think you are.
Well, it's like they were like talking about like $200 is too much for like a 2 foot tall figure. I got $200 2 foot tall figures, and nothing is a good deal.
And by the way, I have paid thousands of dollars for things that are about this big.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Some of you know exactly what I'm talking about. So I don't want to hear you poors bitching about fucking, I said it, I used their term on them. I don't want to hear you poors like Retro Boy bitching about a fucking, $350 Rattler or whatever the fuck it is, your $200 Giant Man, $85 Dragon Man. Shut up, you poors. I spent way more money than that on my other collection for way less. So calm down. Chill your tits, okay?
Wait, hold on. Ding, ding, ding.
I spent thousands of dollars on stuff that just sits in a safe, okay?
In this corner.
Well, like we were talking about, like $250 too much for a Transformer, and I just bought this today.
Yeah. No Transformers fan would spend that much on a Transformer. Really?
Yeah.
Really?
And that's just one part of 5. But
then, if that was true, then the third-party market wouldn't fucking exist.
Yeah.
Shut up. You're just mad because you started bitching a few years ago and nobody listened to you, and all these companies still keep making money, and I don't understand. Shut up. It's because you're not as important as you think you are. That's why.
Yeah. That's why everybody makes fun of you now, too.
Mm-hmm.
Used to do like good content. Now it's just.
Oh, I used to genuinely love his channel. I really did.
Yeah.
Now, if I want good
clique of idiots.
Yeah. Well, now if I want good like 80s retro toy goodness, I go watch Michael Mercy. That dude hasn't changed. I like that dude. I tell you what, I could use Michael Mercy videos as like a de-stressing relaxation technique. First of all, that dude's voice is ungodly. Like it is
just so calm, chill, hipster like dude.
And he has so much good information when he's talking. Like he knows his shit when it comes to toys. Well, he knows it. Whether he's doing Transformers or G.I. Joe or Star Wars or whatever, dude knows his shit. Like I'll just watch Michael Mercy if I want good,
Part of that clique, the analog toys, he did like a video attacking Michael Mercer one time.
They've all done it. They hate Michael Mercy. I don't know why.
Because he's a nice dude. You don't want to deal with their toxicity.
Anyway, hey guys, how's it going?
Oh yeah, we're doing a show.
We are doing a show. We're not just talking to each other. Well, I bought one thing this week. I've only bought one thing this week. I bought this piece of shit.
Oh, jeez.
Now, why do I say it's a piece of shit? Well, I bought it. I don't know why I bought it, but I was like, I heard a bunch of people talking about how good of a fucking Batman it was. This is Dick Grayson Batman. And so I bought it, and I was like, awesome. Now, it may be hard to tell on camera. I hope it's not. Do you notice anything a little bit off about the cape? And the fact that it's clearly inserted into the neck incorrectly to where most of the cape is hanging off this side?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then on the side that's not in all the way, the freaking the wired part doesn't even go to the end of the cape.
Wow.
Why did I listen to you McFarlane fans? God damn it. So many of y'all out there were like, oh, it's a great Batman. I'm like, okay, well, maybe it is a really good Batman. All right. This is a piece of shit. We can't even do a cape right? Fuck. That's disappointing. Cape's all off. And you can tell because he tucks the cape in and then glues it in before they put the neck and the head on. So it's not like I can just. It's not like it just goes around the top of the neck peg where I could pop it off and maybe adjust it.
Yeah.
Like it's glued down in there. You know what I mean? It's glued down in there. Like I'm stuck with that shitty cape. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it.
We got a thing for this. So it's like you bought a McFarlane figure.
Now comes the part where we throw our heads back and laugh. Ready?
Ready!
Exactly. I should have known better. I got a little bit of McFarlane confidence because I bought that Bat manga and that Cyborg Superman that I had a ton of fun with. And I was like, I'm going to buy another McFarlane now. And right back to the reason why I stopped collecting them. Right back. Gave me a reality check there. So, yep. It's my fault. It's my fault. It's my fault for buying a McFarlane. It's my...
Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in.
Exactly. I did it to myself. I did it to myself.
Where are you going? There you go.
Anyway, oh, the other thing I got though, not got. This is the thing I was working on. I haven't made the video on it yet, so I'll show you guys what I'm working on. I need to make the video this weekend. But well, I showed you this, Jared. But I finished my my RAM, my G.I. Joe classified RAM.
Oh, nice.
So this was the Tiger Force one. They did make a regular one, right?
Yes, it was a Target exclusive, the regular one.
Yeah, I've never seen the regular one outside of videos, but
it
exists. The one most people have seen is the Tiger Force one, which is the white, yellow, and red one. This was that one. Jared, you sent this to me. Mm-hmm. So I did a complete repaint, repainted everything, did the whole thing. So you can't really take this thing apart because it's like they do the whole hot pinning it. Where they take, there's a couple of like there's like a handful, maybe like 4 metal pins that hold this whole thing together. What they do is they heat up the pin and then they insert it into the plastic. So if you try to take it apart, you're going to break it. So you just have to figure out how to paint it without taking it apart. Honestly, is how you have to do this thing.
Back in the day when I used to do a lot of Transformer customization, they had a lot of pins like that, and I'd take like a soldering iron and just like heat and push and be real like fine bits.
Yeah. It's just where they put them are very noticeable, so I didn't want to leave holes.
Yeah.
So I was able to get it painted without having to disassemble it. And the camo pattern, I did it's a cross between a woodland camo and a German camo pattern that I found because it's similar to a woodland camo in pattern, but the colors are similar to an Eastern European German camo that I found because that was the colors that I had to work with. I didn't have woodland camo colors. So I kind of did my own camo.
The olive drab he used.
The what?
The olive drab looks really good.
Yeah, and it looked good with that kind of gray background that I put everything on. Mm-hmm. The gray that runs through. But yeah, so I got it finished. That's my I got to make the video on it. But
I remember you got the Duke from Quinn and Sector hooked me up with several of those Dukes, and I was using them for fodder, and I sent you one bikes.
Yeah. Well, and this is my Tiger Force Duke that I did a lower leg swap with, maybe Stalker, I think. I can't remember, but he had the ridiculous orange pants. That looked dumb. So I too. Like this, once you do a leg swap on that figure, it looks so much better. Oh yeah, no, I've got him right here. It's a great looking figure. Once you do a leg swap. And I, added a couple accessories to him. He's fantastic. It's a great figure.
Don't he have those ridiculous shin pads on?
No, not when you do the leg swap.
No. The original.
Oh, before, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which I don't really understand like armored shin pads that have bullet holes in them. Like, who shoots people at the shin level? I'm not wearing any kind of tactical vest, but I'm going to shoot at skins that's got armor on it.
Maybe they visited Snow White one too many times, and the dwarves got mad at him. I don't know.
Oompa Loompaville.
Yeah, maybe they went and visited Willy Wonka, and they were like, you know what? I'm not doing that again. Give me shin pads. I don't know. But the bike came out good. I liked it. I was very happy with it. I put lots of nice wear and tear, especially all over the box here. Anybody who's ridden a motorcycle, if you put a square metal box on the side of your bike, it's going to take all the wear and tear. So I just kind of wore that down and did all the edges.
Glows as much as anything McFarlane does that he makes glow in the dark.
Yeah, it does. That Batman cape does glow as much as McFarlane makes anything glow. So, but anyway, that's the only two things I've been doing this. But I got a shitty Batman, and I've been working on the motorcycle. Well, and I'm working on my Rye figure right now, my Valiant Comics Rye, which is kind of put together. I don't know. I still got a long way to go on him, but and I need to send you this head so that because I think all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna base paint him in white because I want to make sure the white's the same color as the white I'm using on the rest of him.
Okay.
Unless you have the Mr. Color number 62 white, which is what I'm using.
Which I don't currently.
You don't. Okay, so I'm gonna get him finished up and do the base color in white, and then I'm gonna send him to you.
Okay.
So you can do the eyes in the black because I know I'm gonna fuck it up.
Oh, and look how badly this thing failed, man.
Oh, it's so awful. It failed so bad.
I can't believe it only got 28,096 backers.
That's a shame. Hasbro should feel embarrassed right now. They should feel embarrassed. They really should. And I feel bad for them. I do.
Like the same people like were it's like, it's so stupid. They're giving the first tier is patches, which is I think it's kind of cool.
It's never going to get past the patches because nobody cares enough to better do that and get to the next tier where you get the figures.
You're going to have fun putting them patches on your clothes. And it's never going to unlock the fairness.
Yeah.
It went past 10,000 past the fairness.
Oops.
But it's based on an 18 Warthog. It's not exactly an 18 Warthog. Well, it's a Thunderbolt, but the Warthog's just their nickname. But the engine placement's different, and an A10 Thunderbolt that actually doesn't have vertical takeoff capability, but it is very, very based on a 18.
It's Warthog-esque.
Yes. It's even got the
Yep.
It's even got the minigun on the front.
If you've ever wondered, can a gun fly? Look at an A10 Warthog.
The plane was built.
Have you ever seen? I don't know. I'm sure you have, but for those that have never seen, actually, how big the gun inside the Warthog is.
It is like this.
The gun goes back to the wings. Yeah, the gun goes back to the wings. The gun is like 20 feet long, and it's huge. It is. The thing is a fly. They just said we want this gun to be able to attack things from the sky. Let's build a plane around it. That's literally what they did. And it's an amazing piece of machinery, by the way. Those things are awesome.
Is it the one that sounds like boom, 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 boom? Or is it?
No, it's like.
Yeah, whenever it shoots for miles and miles around, you just hear what kind of sounds like somebody just continuously burping.
Yeah.
Burr, burr.
There you go.
Oh, look at that beside the Beetle. Holy crap.
Yeah, that's the gun that they just built a plane around it. Hey, by the way, that's just the gun. That's not the ammo that's also stored inside the plane.
Yeah, you know what, though? Now it makes me want to add one of those to a Beetle. Can you imagine? Can you imagine Herbie with one of those?
the ammo like spirals around the
Yeah, it's got that big can at the back is the fucking ammo. That's the part that goes all the way back to the fucking wings. It's just a huge flying gun.
Like
it is so goddamn American.
It's like a flying tank too. They've like had ones like return almost like with one wing.
Oh yeah.
It reminds me of the Expendables, the plane they had.
Yeah.
Why the gun is? You were an idiot who wrote that. The gun's the reason why the plane is still in around. There is no other plane. They try to like shrink the gun down and put it in like in pods for under like a was it F-16s, and it just made the planes just not as good. because you got to have that slower approach with the 18 has to make the gun actually like feasible. Plus, when they made the gun smaller, a lot less ammo too.
Yeah. Yep.
That's just sexiness right there.
Oh yeah, that's a beautiful piece of machinery.
Them reloading. That's the bullets.
Yep. God bless America.
So that thing, that thing will turn a forest into a parking lot.
Oh yeah. I mean, those things are specifically made to take out tanks on a battlefield. Like that's what they're made to do, is to go through tank armor and bunker armor and things like that. They're meant to fly in, start to dive at whatever their target is, go burp, decimate it, and then fly away. So they're great.
I gotta play one.
Oh yeah.
That's one of the best sounds ever.
That's the sound of freedom right there.
Yeah. But well, since we're on Pulse, I guess we can talk about Pulse exclusives.
Yes.
Anybody getting the Starduster guy?
No.
Nah, I'm not getting it either. Cause,
Like if he shows up at like Target or something, I might pick him up. But I'm not.
well, I think he's supposed to be like an exclusive to their store, like that.
No.
So,
Oh no, not. We talked about this when they first dropped him or first announced him. We were like, I don't remember this guy at all. Like,
no.
I don't. Who the hell is Starduster?
Is he from G.I. Joe?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know who he is, but he's apparently a G.I. Joe character. I don't remember.
He's on the Duke body. What the only annoying part with the whole thing is he's got the jetpack and stuff Duke should have came with.
Yes.
It's
Oh, it's an easy Duke swap custom.
yeah.
I have a feeling that's why most people are going to buy him.
Get all the gear for Duke.
Yeah. Or just do a head swap and have a different Duke in a different costume or something. You know, whatever. I mean, it's. Yeah, I do not recall Starduster at all. I don't know if he was like, maybe he was part of the Dick series.
I'm sorry, that's part of. They are some lame call signs, but that's part of like one of the lamest call signs.
Is he probably from the
Starduster?
He might be from the comic because I don't remember him from the cartoon.
I think he was like in the 90s when he hit one of the,
like the G.I. Joe Extreme,
uh,
or was it the tail end of the Dick series?
yeah,
Or maybe he wasn't even in. Maybe he was just a figure when they. Because remember, they did a bunch of figures in the '90s that were never in like a comic or the show.
I think I was looking at the chat. Everybody's like, "Yep, 18 more is awesome."
Yep.
The King the Conqueror on the chair. We talked about this before. It's finally up for pre-order.
Yep.
$60.
And we talked about it before. And look, it's the same King we've already got, but he's got his chair. Cool.
The head where you can pop out the face plates.
Yeah. Not my thing. Not something I'm interested in, but cool. It's still, it's nice.
Cool. You're just an idiot if you buy this. You shouldn't buy this. They're just ripping you off.
Hey man,
listen to me.
If people like it, let them buy it.
Yeah, they like it. It's cool. It's just not for me. I'm not that big of a Kane fan. I know he's a villain. You're not supposed to be a fan of the. Yes, you can like villains too. It's like that's what makes a hero really cool if they have good villains. But I've never liked Kane. He just,
Yeah, we talked about that a couple streams ago, and it doesn't make sense because.
And I have a couple of these Kanes. I got them at Ross when they were cheap. I paid retail for one, then I got a couple of them cheap. Well, I think I have one extra one. I hooked up a buddy of mine with the other one. So I have an extra Kane. It's because he comes with the chair. I don't need the chair.
I mean, you can get somebody to 3D print those chairs. Like you can find STL files online for it, or something that looks.
All right. I think it's time to calm down there, little one.
Who's the dude with the wings? Was he revealed today?
Yep, that is
Vulture from the
animated series.
yeah.
Oh.
The anime series. Remember the anime series? There was that storyline where Vulture got younger. I forget how he did it though. How would he?
He absorbed the youth from like the energy from Peter Parker.
Is that what it was? I couldn't remember how he did it, but
Peter
I
got
remember him being young in the show.
Peter got old and the Vulture got young, which is weird. They went back to the older Spider-Man body. They went to this is just a Sunfire, the updated Sunfire mold with penis arms and legs.
Which is the body they should be using for Spider-Man with just a couple. I would say they need to tweak it a bit, like with toticulation, just because I don't care about that, but I know a lot of Spider-Man collectors do. They want their.
I didn't know if the retro carded torso though. The retro carded torso's got the diaphragm and upside down ab crunch, and it's a smaller build. It's a smaller build than the Renew Your Vows, but it's got better arms and legs.
Yeah.
Just put the penis arms and legs on the retro card, and you would have a great Spider-Man.
I don't own the Renew Your Vows Spider-Man. I only have the retro carded one.
The Renew Your Vows Spider-Man is a bigger figure than the retro carded one.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of it.
No.
I have a couple of them because I'm a Spider-Man fan.
I do too. I got a couple of them.
But it's not the best Spider-Man body.
No.
At all. It's too big for Peter Parker. Peter Parker is not that big. He's not Captain America huge. And that buck is like a Captain America buck is what it looks like.
That's why I was saying though about the retro card one was a great figure.
Oh yeah.
All they did do is I don't know why they made an all new figure for Renew Your Vows when they could have just used the retro card and just give them penis arms and legs.
Exactly.
Which, yeah. But then
I'm not interested in this 2-pack either.
Yeah, I've been skipping all the animated series ones. I like the show.
The only animated series one I picked up was that Walmart Spider-Man, the one with the cell shading. It's a great Spider-Man. It's a really good Spider-Man. That's the only one of the animated ones I've picked up.
What body is it on?
The same one as the Amazing Fantasy 15.
Yep.
Okay.
And the Vulture looks good for that version of Vulture, but I'm just not really interested in it.
Oh no, it's a great looking figure. I just don't.
Yeah.
I would kind of like. I'm less interested in the Spider-Man. I would kind of like the Vulture because I've got the the Vulture. I got that 2-pack, the Ultimate Spider-Man, Ultimate Vulture, and he looks very similar to this, but it's him. But obviously it's him older. I'd like the two of them next to each other, like an older and younger version, in very similar costumes, because that is very Ultimate Vulture look right there.
Yeah. Which I got the regular. Well, I got that 2-pack one you're talking about, and I have the other releases, the more traditional comic book style Vulture.
The more I look at this Vulture, I really do like the figure. It's not something that I'm interested in.
Then you got the animated Spider-Man style head. The Flash Thompson head's kind of weird choice. I know it was in the cartoon for a little bit, but the only thing I don't like about using the Sunfire arms, the shoulders are small, and they set the real which was weird. For this mold, they actually have bigger shoulders that came on the Falcon. And a lot of people do that. If you have the right figure you can use them for, they'll do like a shoulder swap for Falcon and get bigger shoulders. But I don't. Well, they did make these updates and stuff like that. It's like we would like correct certain things. When the shoulders are too small, it makes things look weird. Like Brutal Realm, they made an announcement too with their figures. They're before they go into production, they're making the shoulders bigger, which is great. That's one of my nitpicks with it.
That's a good because remember we're looking at the figures and some of them had bigger shoulders.
Mm-hmm. But, this is a great looking figure for $50. That's standard retail price for two figures, $25 a piece.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people will be happy.
let's go ahead. I got this. I wish we kind of seen a little more advance on this, but we got a little sneak peek of this. We got a prototype shot of ROM, which it's looking really good. You got the it's one of them. He's got that boxy torso stuff, but they're still working in like the good articulation. You got the upside down ab crunch. Looks like it's gonna have diaphragm and double jointed elbows, knees. And he looks good.
I dig it, man. I've been wanting a ROM. We've talked. How many times have we talked about ROM?
Yeah,
we talked about ROM so many damn times. So I'm so glad to be getting one. And I'm sure it's not going to be a perfect figure or whatever, and I get it and whatever. But like, it will be the first ROM figure we've gotten in 40 years.
I'm just glad they're able to do this. Cause there was like licensing like issue thing for a long time.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that they got able to get it made. I'm definitely going to get it. Let's see. Right here. Here we go. Dragon Man. We talked about that one. It's up for pre-order. This is what I'm looking for. The Marvel Legends stuff. I liked them all. Like some of the stuff I'm just not for me. Like we were just talking about these. These look good. Just I just don't care about them.
I didn't see any bad figures.
No. I didn't either.
Again, same, just like you. I'm not interested in all of them, but I didn't see any bad figures.
I love the fact we're getting this cap again. I missed out on the 25th anniversary cap. I just didn't want to. I didn't like that one as much because, well, I like the darker blue better. Plus, they had the weird $35 price point for nothing special about it.
Yeah.
Oh, they still can't give him just a regular shield.
No, true. But they actually gave him new arms and legs. They're pinless.
Yeah.
So missing out and waiting, I'm going to be able to get a better one in the light blues. I don't have this version of Cap in light blue. And now I'm going to get it with pinless arms and legs. And Beyonder. It's like, who thought we was going to be a good Beyonder now? It's like it's been on everybody's like want list too. It's like,
oh yeah.
And it looks good. Broken shield. I'm sitting here.
And remember when we were looking at the Wolverine, we got those shots of Wolverine from SDCC, right? And we were all saying that looks like Secret Wars Wolverine.
Yep.
Well, guess what? It is. It is. Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
And they're using the Amazing Fantasies body for the Spider-Man too.
That is the one I am the most excited about because I want a symbiote Spider-Man on that buck.
It is a nice looking figure. And it's good proportions, great looking figure. I like both these new head sculpts for Cap and I know peanuts don't really matter that much to me, but when it's done right, I like it. It is a clean look. Especially when I don't have to redo anything. If they do it right where I don't have to fix anything,
yeah,
your part. Like, yeah, great, love it. So definitely looking forward to getting the Cap. And you got the staring gritted teeth and a smiling cat. Both of these look really good. It's part of the best heads that Hasbro's done for Steve Rogers.
Yeah.
Because for the longest time, my favorite Captain America head has been the Toy Biz Series 1.
Yeah. I still have that on display. I customized a different one, but yeah, I used that edge.
Great piece. Looks good. And the Iron Man is one of the ones is like I'm glad people are getting this. This is the 20th anniversary body, but with the classic head. I'm gonna pass on this one.
Yeah, that's not one that's interesting to me at all. Good. I mean, for people that want it, awesome.
Yeah. It's funny that they're going to include roller skates for them.
Yeah.
And a handheld gun for Iron Man. Unless it's that big big giant shoulder cannon from Capcom. I don't really think he needs a handheld gun. Beyonder. That is like looks great.
Perfect Disco Beyonder, which is exactly what we needed.
That looks like it popped off the pages, eh?
Yep.
And that looks like an all new body.
Yeah, I didn't recognize that one either.
I don't think anything that on that one is reuse.
I wonder
Other
what
than
they-
hands, probably.
I wonder what they could use this for in the future.
Well, anybody that's like with those type, I could use those arms right now on the custom we're working on. I think it looks good. It's a really good looking figure. Now with Spider-Man, we was talking about like the Sunfire mold has tiny shoulders. He's got the correct size shoulder. You see how nice that looks. It goes off the traps into the shoulders, flows a lot better.
That's my favorite Spider-Man buck right there. That
is great. It's good
That's my
size.
favorite one.
He's not too big.
Does he have the diaphragm?
Yeah, I could see that with the Beyonder. If you make a suit red.
Oh yeah, well Akira, or not Akira, but what's his friend's name? The hero of the story?
Yeah.
Blanking on his name.
Yeah, what's his name? But the Spider-Man looks great.
I think the only ones I'll pick up are probably the Spider-Man, the Captain America, and the Wolverine.
No Beyonder?
Maybe. I don't know.
I like this alternate head for Spider-Man too.
That is a nice looking Spider-Man. Right now, he's not on my pickup list, but I may have to change that.
I don't need another black suit Spider-Man because I have like 6 of them, but I don't have one on that buck, and that is my favorite Spider-Man buck. That's why I want to get that one.
Now this was I'm in wanting her. I was actually got one in my work in progress box. I was going to use a China to make her. Well, now I have to find another use for that figure. And looky here, what we were talking about before, hiding the thigh swivel in the boots.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they should always do. Like, that's one thing that bugged me with that Warbird. They could have done that with that. They didn't do it. This is an all new mold too. This is a brand new body.
Everybody expected her to be on the She-Hulk body, but that's not the case.
That's what I was expecting. And
you know,
they don't do this too often either. They did like a high cut on the suit.
Yeah.
A lot of times they're like, well, they need to make it politically correct. We'll just make the suit come right here at the hip there area.
That's too much skin around the JJ.
Yeah.
The collector sent me the picture of her, one of the pictures of her earlier, and I couldn't see it because I was on my phone. And to me, it looked like she was smiling, and I got upset. I was like, why the hell are they making a Titania smiling? So he was probably wondering, what the hell is this guy talking about? I was complaining all afternoon about her smiling, and then he sends me a bigger picture. I think that was his hint. Like, here, let me send you a bigger picture.
I sent you the big picture the first time.
But I couldn't. I was looking at her from my phone from a distance, so I'm like, "Oh my god, I feel like an idiot now." But yeah, she looks great.
I saw that the sculptor posted on this right here today. This has got new arms, and both head sculpts are new.
I love that head sculpt though. Just him with the smirk.
Yeah,
dude, that's great.
Both of the heads, they both look great.
And
it's very John Byrne-esque.
Claws, and I like the classic round claws too.
Yeah.
The
round claws always made way more sense to me, which is why I like them better.
Yep.
As you know, because they're just supposed to be like bones. They're not supposed to be He didn't have knives in his hands.
Exactly.
They were bone claws. So the round kind of more spike.
They work like
way more
size. They're like size.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, the movie got it wrong too, eh? Like I remember.
Oh yeah.
Wolverine Origins movie when they show the transformation, he had those bone claws. Now, if all the adamantium did was cover his bones and then fuse with his bone, how the hell did they shape the claws to look like that afterwards?
Yeah,
his healing factor did it by magic. I don't know.
Oh, these claws look great.
That is a great looking Wolverine.
Yeah.
If they do, I like to see these same parts released again, though, but give me a darker brown.
That may be the best looking Wolverine figure I've ever seen.
Yeah,
because I'm a brown and yellow traditionalist for Wolverine. That's a great head sculpt. It's got the appropriate claws.
Mm-hmm.
That may be the best Wolverine I've ever seen.
But you're right about the dark brown, like the previous brown suit Wolverine. That was a nice.
If you do like a Marvel Presents color scheme,
yeah,
I would love that. And we got Star Wars stuff, which, yeah, we'll talk about it. I just don't like Star Wars.
For anybody out there that wants to deep dive into any of these things from PulseCon, I posted all this stuff over on Toy Tubers. If you want to look at some of these pictures and stuff,
we got
all over
there. Shadows of the Empire, Prince
Zizor. That one I like. I will be picking that dude up. I have the original Prince Zizor from POTF 2 that came out in, like, I don't know, was it 94, 93, whatever like that. I've got him still in package on the wall.
It's a great looking figure, but I don't know anything about it.
But he was from the book
Shadows of the Empire.
Shadows of the Empire. He was the main bad guy in that, and he kidnaps Leia and tries to marry her. And it's during that period of time that takes place between Empire and Jedi. So you're seeing what's going on with those characters. It's the book that fills in those two movies, and it's canon. By the way, Shadows of the Empire is canon. And he's a crime lord. He's a crime lord that wants to, basically take over the fucking galaxy. He's a great character. He's a really good character.
This droid is interesting, but
Commando droid.
Yeah.
Then we get the Revenge of the Sith, Clone Commander, Bakara.
One of the commanders. I've never seen him before.
Was he the one signed to Yoda, maybe?
Oh,
I tried to see if I could remember. I don't remember this dude from the movies, but it was probably like a quick scene or something.
I can't believe they still revealed revealing the acolyte stuff. It's like,
yeah, no shit. Like, you really need to just dump that and flush it, or send it directly to Ollie's.
Did they release the Wookiee Jedi?
Oh, I don't know. They did. We'll show it here in a minute, but the role playing stuff, the helmets and stuff, those look cool. Just stuff like that, not really for me. But I got a big noggin, and these things will never fit in my head anyway. Let's see. We got more pictures though. We got this cat with one arm.
Yeah, I have no idea who that is.
No.
I saw him too. No clue.
It looks like a ladyboy.
Probably lost his arm with that lightsaber.
It's like, dude, oh, my arm.
Are there any Jedi from the actual original 6 movies, or?
What is this? The Star Wars. This is
gaming. It's a gaming thing. That's why I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Star Wars Jedi Survivor.
Now it all makes sense.
But he's got red lightsabers.
Oh yeah, they were probably hunting all the remaining Jedi.
We can do Farm Boy Luke.
Huh.
Kind of looks too young.
Actually, kind of looks like a New Hope.
Well, he looks too. I know Mark Hamill wasn't a very big person, but that looks like a 13-year-old boy. That looks way younger than what he should be. But this does look cool. It's very regal. Looks very.
Even for not even, you know what? That could work for a Mandarin.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wow! I just
green skin Mandarin. Yeah. But looking at Luke though, it's like, man, does it not say like if you actually looked at the screen instead of painting? That looks like a 13-year-old Mark Hamill.
Yeah.
You get a new.
Well, it is Hollywood. They probably dream of a 13-year-old Mark Hamill a lot.
New Princess Leia figure. And let's see. Yeah, there we go. They put another Ollie special in here.
That's a 3 3/4 inch ones, right? Vintage.
Vintage collection. Yep. I don't know why they're even wasting their time making modern show figures in vintage collection.
I know.
It's weird, especially a character that didn't make it out of one episode.
Well, and here's the thing, and as a vintage collection collector, and having talked to a lot of these people, most people, the vast majority, I would say 99.9% of people that still collect vintage collection scale, okay, don't give a shit about anything after Revenge of the Sith. Nothing. They care only about the first 6 movies.
Yeah,
that's it. That's all they care about. So you're just wasting your time.
We have talked about the Brutal Realm stuff, but they haven't mentioned they're going to be doing more Beast characters too, though. Brutal Realm.
Panther-looking guy, right?
Yeah, they're going to do. I assume that's the same body they're going to use for Lino, the fur body.
They're looking good, those figures.
Yep.
Especially if they fix the shoulders.
They're going to do. So you got the Panther Warrior.
That looks good.
Monkey, and then they're going to do a Monkey King too.
Yeah.
The werewolf.
These are, for the price point, you know what? These are freaking decent looking figures.
Yeah, they're going to be using the body they're using for like their homage to Lino.
Yeah.
They're not badly priced whatsoever. Their females look good. So another guy was talking about getting one of these, using to make a
Barda,
big Barda.
You know what? That's depending on her size, like her height. That's going to be great.
Yeah.
Is that Owl King guy or the Owl?
They all look really cool. The designs.
Yeah.
They're going to work on redesign the pecs a little bit too.
Oh, are they? That's another.
Yep.
That was the only real nitpicks we had. Was the pecs don't look good on some of those figures.
But I really like this one. This homage to Lino, or not Lino, whatever you want to call it. But that's the body they're going to use for all their beast guys.
It's Lion. It's Lion. No.
Lion Lord.
I like the way the pecs look on these guys. See,
yeah, these I like the pecs design on the beast ones better. So I hope they do something similar to that with the other one. Their main villain is gonna look like a fusion between Skeletor and Darth Vader.
That's a cool looking character.
Yeah.
Yeah, he look. Yeah, he's got. But I like that skull he's got on his chest too.
Mm-hmm. On the back, that's the back. I like how the cape lays underneath of it. That's very clever how they do the cape like that. I think One Oak Customs is doing the prototypes for them, like printing them out, and then he's a really good painter. He's started doing some work for Diamond as well.
Yeah.
MDLX, there's doing a Mega Man X figure, which this thing looks really cool.
Best looking Mega Man figure I have seen. Now I like Jada's stuff, but
yeah,
as far as like that looks awesome. I don't collect Mega Man stuff, but that looks great.
Yeah, same here. I don't collect Mega Man, but if I was going to collect Mega Man, it's probably the route I'd go.
The reason why I would go with Jada is if you want to put him in Marvel vs. Capcom. The Jada one looks better for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. The price point too. I assume this is going to be quite a bit more.
Yeah, this would be like 80 to 100. I'm guessing.
What's weird to that? 34 points of articulation. It's got die cast, I think. Yeah.
No price.
I don't see the price. No.
Although sometimes 3.0 does drop some $60 figures.
That is a
Pretty
great.
cheaper. I don't know.
That is nice though.
You got some more of these Toonie Terror figures coming out from NECA. They're basically like, non-articulated figurines. Which
Yeah, horror.
is cool, but it's not really my thing. But
Yeah, horror buffs are gonna love these.
and like, what resolution does toy art puts their stuff in? It takes a while to load. I wanted like nearly gigabit download speed, and that took a long time to download.
That's a cool looking Vincent Price.
Yeah. Well, you could actually get, if you want to, too. You can just, if they're, I don't know what the price point are. You just grab one, just cut the heads off, and put that head on a Marvel suit body.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. You know that what's that Moreland guy? The from
Morticia?
the Armadillo wave.
Oh yeah, Morley.
Yeah, you could put that Vincent Price head on his body. That would look so
Oh
cool.
yeah. Nosferatu.
Yeah.
Well, we got a question out there. This is better suited, I think, for Jared. Is the Knight Rider Transformer on BBTS worth $50?
Yes.
I would say it is, but I don't collect Transformers.
In its masterpiece scale, it's the same size of masterpiece Autobot cars. When I saw it, I was thinking it was bigger than normal Transformer. That what they usually do. It is MP scale.
So I don't collect Transformers either. So that if it's MP scale, that's definitely worth 50, right?
Oh yeah.
Is that from that last guy from this wave here? Was that the one from the Roddy Piper movie? They Live?
Oh yeah, that's a They Live thing. That's one of the Fascinators, Alien.
Yeah. That movie was pretty good for the time.
Here we go. It's got a working scanner. It goes back and forth. It's the size of a Masterpiece Transformer. This is Masterpiece Blue Streak. So you can display this in your Masterpiece collection.
Be cool to just display it as kit.
Yep. And so you can just sit this on your Masterpiece shelf. Look at this thing. It looks great.
That's gorgeous. Even the bot mode looks really good, man.
I'm sure there's going to be okay, Hobby Link, you need to quit. They started a channel today, and I hit join. Apparently, they're going to start flooding it, so I'm going to unjoin it. But yeah, I would assume like DNA Design or somebody's going to come up with some kits for it too, like upgrade the hands, give it a little more like Masterpiece. Since this is Masterpiece scale, just all you need is just a few tweaks on it, and it's a Masterpiece Transformer.
Yeah.
For $50, man, it's like that's Masterpiece like car bots are like $100, and this is MP scale, and this thing looks great. Yeah, totally worth it to me. And McFarlane's got some more digital Silver Age. He does this digital crap so he can charge $25 figures instead of you get a digital Build-A-Figure.
Yeah. Joker looks great. That's a good looking Joker figure. I mean, granted, it's mostly reused, but I love that head sculpt.
Yeah, it does look really nice.
That's a classic Joker.
Yeah.
That's probably one of his best looking Jokers.
Yeah. That just screams comic Joker, eh? Like probably what, from the 80s?
It's supposed to be Silver Age, so that would be like early 70s.
Well, here's the thing. They've changed that. I noticed that as I've started looking at more stuff online. These newbies, these fetuses out there that didn't read comic books back in the 80s, they call the 80s Silver Age, which for you and me, Silver Age was 60s and 70s.
Yeah.
Bronze Age was 80s and 90s. And then Golden Age was anything pre-1962. They now consider Silver Age the 80s. I'm like, that's not how that works.
No. Of course, these idiots too think they go along like the whole untrue statement that 90s comics were awful. No, 90s
They
comics
were not.
were awesome.
There was some
So much better than
trends
modern
in the
crap.
90s that were bad. There was some trends
Oh yeah.
in the 90s that were bad. However, 90s comics were fantastic.
The
Modern
90s
comics are trash. I'm sorry. Like, no, I'm not talking about independent guys, but from the main publishers,
Yeah.
they're pumping out just pure ass garbage.
the 90s era had those. They were known for the jacket era. Everybody wore a jacket in the comics back in the 90s.
Honestly, the trends I think that you can look at in comics in the 90s that made them bad was over focus on artists. No offense to artists, but they over focused on artists.
Yeah.
And let artists start writing books that artists had no business writing. I'm sorry, a lot of artists are not writers.
Yep.
There was the extreme trend, and then there was also the trend of let's create a new character nobody gives a shit about every week because we think every #1 issue is going to sell out.
Yes, that was, and they're still doing that to this day though. Like,
Yeah.
let's cancel every book and start them over at #1.
So remember how many characters were created in the 90s between Marvel and DC?
Yeah.
Just
Oh,
brand new characters that had never been around before. It wasn't characters that popped up in somebody else's book that became popular and eventually got their own book. It's like, let's just create this whole new character and we're going to put a foil cover on the #1 issue and it'll sell out.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
That Joker's look like it's selling out everywhere. Now this is Hot Toys. It's a scale I don't collect, but you got Damage T2 800. Looks awesome.
Wow.
For those who collect these, this is really cool. So the thing with these too, like these are big and pricey, but it seems like these are like makes more sense compared to Mondo. Mondo stuff costs even more than these things.
Yeah.
I don't get it. These are far more detailed and more realistic than Mondo. That's just me. I just don't get that. These are like crazy detailed, realistic looking things. Even lights up. 2 different head sculpts. Fantastic piece, but it's just it's USB power operated, so you can leave it plugged in. So that's pretty cool.
You said it was Hot Toys?
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
1/6 scale.
Hot Toys, you can't compare with these guys, man.
But Mondos are more expensive than these things. That's what I don't understand.
Nah, if I was going to spend the money, it'd definitely be on Hot Toys.
Yeah.
Like, take the Avengers Hulk. That thing actually looked like the skin was perspiring.
Mm-hmm. Now, when Beetlejuice came out last week, we kind of thought it was funny, like nobody's been like doing Beetlejuice figures, and now everybody's announcing a Beetlejuice figure. For once, though, they're backing a good movie. They did some movies like figures like where they spend all this time and research, like the Flash movie. Nobody wants Ezra Miller figures, and every company out there made Ezra Miller Flash figures for that last Flash movie.
And some of them made the figures a year after the movie came out, which makes sense.
Yes, it's like, why did you do this? You waste your money.
You might, if you had put that thing out before the movie came out, you probably would have sold them.
Yes, not a year after.
No.
One of the biggest flops of last year, and people made fun of the movie because it's so bad. Not to mention, too, the dude was toxic.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted anything to do with it. But Mezco's doing the Beetlejuice. They're doing like 88.
Oh, there's Beetlejuice.
Yes. NECA's reissuing all their Beetlejuice figures.
Yep.
Of course, they're not doing new figures; they're just reissuing old figures. But with this is all new. This has got soft goods, 1/12 scale. This is based on the original movie, not the new one.
Yeah.
That's very cool. It's awesome that you can do the carousel scene thing. Very iconic. And by the way, if you haven't watched Beetlejuice, gone to see Beetlejuice, go watch that movie. It's really good.
Yep.
It's a fantastic piece from Mezco. Mezco makes some really nice stuff. What is the price point on this one? $155. Woo!
Wow.
Not my thing, but if you want it, get it. Or should I rant about how overpriced it is and like tell you you should feel guilty if you buy this thing?
I mean, I think that's what you have, right?
Yeah. Well, this is the norm of at Mezco. Their price points are high. If they're a boutique company, they make lower runs. They're Hot Toys scaled down to 1/12 scale, and you get multiple head sculpts. You get multiple hands, accessories, and you get where you can convert it over to the come on down.
Yeah.
The carnival scene where he's the big mountain arms, and it's a lot of parts. So I can see what's there. But then you got the SH Figure Arts.
Yep.
They announced they're doing a Beetlejuice. No price point on him yet.
This is based on the second one, no? Yeah, it looks
don't know.
No, I think it's that one's based on the original.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. I think everybody's doing the original Beetlejuice.
I haven't watched the second movie yet, so.
And we're getting anniversary editions of NECA Elkhorn and Zarek figures, Dungeons and Dragons. And I don't know anything about Dungeons and Dragons. It's not my thing. But NECA makes some nice figures.
I remember the cartoon from the 80s. That's about as much as I know about Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
I know half of what I know about Dungeons and Dragons I found out from Stranger Things.
Loyal subjects are getting license deals from Hasbro to do some of their products, which is big. It's a big thing. They're doing Mask, Jim, My Pet Monster, ROM, and more coming from loyal subjects, which is a big feather in their cap because they're going to be their Mask. Apparently, they're going to start pumping out vehicles and figures the exact same scale from the original toy line.
Nice.
So that's a huge slap against Ramen Toys. Ramen Toys was trying to get the license to it.
Yeah.
See, that's one thing I knew was going to bite them in the ass. You make things illegally without the license holder, then try to go to the license holder to get a license for it. They're going to go, no.
Yeah.
That's what happened. They got a cease and desist from Hasbro from their first the Camaro, the Goldwing, because the packaging looked too much like Mask packaging, and they got a cease and desist, and so they changed the box and they kept making it. So
I'm sorry, which company?
They don't
which
look
company
good
is
to
doing all
the
these?
IP holders when you start making stuff without permission.
Yeah. I didn't
If
catch
you're
that.
wanting to be a legitimate toy company and get license deals, you can't be making things illegally. That's just it. Now, is the Ramen Racer a good vehicle? Yes, I like it. There's a few flaws in it, but it's still a good vehicle. Are the He-Man heads they made better? Absolutely. I got it over here. This is far superior than the He-Man head that came on this figure. Great piece, and they use like face printing deco, the face print deco. But they did that without license approval. that does not look good on you to license holders.
Yeah.
So
I missed who you said got the license to make these.
loyal subjects. They're the ones that's
Okay.
doing those turtle figures that like in stuff like that. And you see at Walmart and Target.
Yeah. Okay.
So they're going to be getting Mask, Jim and the Holograms, My Pet Monster, Rom the Space Knight, My Buddy, and Popples.
Popples. Oh.
They're getting a lot of Hasbro stuff. Hasbro Kenner stuff.
Yeah.
So, which is the kind of thing why we're moving along too. It's like Hasbro is really diversifying. Like they're licensing their stuff out where they can be more of a branding company, like a brand holder. Than eventually, I can see them wanting to phase out like making toys altogether and just license things out. These went up for pre-order this past week.
Yep.
And they look
great.
fantastic. Every one of the Jada toys, Street Fighter figures have been great. And I got both of these on pre-order. I'm getting the entire set of Jada toys, Street Fighter figures. And just the articulation and movement, they look great.
I haven't handled one yet. I hear they're very, very smooth.
And look there, they didn't skip like PC Cammy's outfit.
Yeah, which Hasbro totally would have done.
Oh yeah. And pinless, double jointed elbows, bicep swivels from the get go on female figures. The great articulation range, and I like how they do the Hasbro won't do that kind of articulation on female torsos. She's got a diaphragm cut and a waist joint, so she's got great range of movement in her torso. There is no female Marvel Legends can do that.
Yeah, look at that. That's amazing.
Sith for life, calm down. That's a no. I don't want that. Hasbro will license Marvel Legends to McFarlane. No, please don't. I don't need shitty 7-inch scale Marvel Legends.
Well, he's making Marvel statues. I'm sorry, pre-posed action figures.
Pre-post action figures. Why, Todd? Why?
We got some G.I. Joe news. We got some pre-orders went up today, and we got Dial Tone, Leatherneck, Saw Viper, Troop Builder, Xandar, and Starduster.
I love the Dial Tone and the Gung Ho. They looked great.
You mean Leatherneck?
Leatherneck, sorry. Gung Ho. Same thing. They're both Marines. They probably don't even know each other apart.
Mustache.
That looks like Gung Ho's little brother.
Leatherneck is just awesome too. Looking figure.
Yeah. I'd love to get a. I still want a Gung Ho in dress blues.
I do too. What's
A friend
the
of mine was talking about
Lilac
today.
Viper? Well, Chainsaw dude looks pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
A friend of mine was talking about the Saw Viper there. He said he was from the comics and he's a psycho. So I'd like to read up on him, find out what he's all about.
That looks like one of those novelty like chicken carvers though he's got instead of an actual little chainsaw. Xandar, we're about to finish out the Dreadnoughts, aren't we?
Mm-hmm. Getting close.
We need the vehicle and the driver, which they could totally do because this vehicle's not huge. It's not much bigger than a van.
Now it's a little bit longer, but it's not as bulky.
Yeah, it's just a wild looking vehicle. It's kind of like a dune buggy with a Trans Am front end with two miniguns on the front.
So this is Zartan's brother?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And then what was the other one we were talking about on yesterday's stream? Was Zanzibar?
Zanzibar?
That's
I don't think that's the name of
Zanzibar.
But yeah, these look great. I like them, and We got 2 digital. They really. One thing is, they must not give them as much time to do PulseCon this year because they were trying to rush everything. Like they forgot to do these digital renders reveals. We'll just put them out afterwards. And
Law and Order, still one of my favorite lines from a movie. He finds the bombs. I drive the car. We tried it the other way. It didn't work.
Which, man, like it's one of the things that kind of like sticks you to a little bit with the Lockjaw. Like Lockjaw's bigger dog figurine, toy, whatever you want to call it, and he doesn't have moving elbows or whatever you want to call him, dog. But these the smaller regular sized dogs do. These are fully articulated, and Lockjaw's not.
Well,
You got down here at the paws, got a joint here, at the shoulders, the hips. All these things are articulated, and it's got like a mid joint in the torso. But Lockjaw's, you gotta swap the legs out to make them sit down, and his legs are always either. There's no elbow movement. It's things like that. Some things that irks me with Hasbro, like when you like that. We know you can do better.
Well, they did it with Taboo.
It's like right here. They're doing it right here.
Yeah.
And they did it with a Mutt and Junkyard. The heavy duty looks good. The camo looks weird. I don't know why they put these. Looks like the Predator's locked onto his legs for some reason.
Yeah.
But these look good. I've been happy with but all of G.I. Joe. That's another thing that's kind of neat too. Like the Hasbro has licensed out the Cops line to Fresh Bucky Fiction, which is a continuation of G.I. Joe. But they're licensing out to another company. You would think they've just blended into the classified line.
We've been saying that for years. I don't know why. I don't know if there's maybe nobody left at the company that remembers that it has anything to do with G.I. Joe.
I don't know. It's like, of course, with the Fresh Monkey Fiction, their figures are based off the toys.
Yeah.
Remember, like with Super 7, they were doing G.I. Joe based on the cartoon and classified's their own thing. Maybe they will put Cops in classified, and they'll base it off the cartoon.
God, as long as they don't give it to Super 7.
Oh, and I really wish people would quit like believing that stupid rumor out there that what's his name? It's Brian Flynn. That runs Super 7. Oh, he's not even in charge anymore. He's it's his freaking company.
Yeah.
And these morons that tell us the misinformation now, it's got people believing that he's been demoted. It's like, no, they're making money. He's part of the people that went to these investors and got them to invest $22 million in Super 7, get more branding and license and stuff like that. They're not a failing company, even though we know they make shitty toys, but they're not a failing company. They're still selling product. They're profitable, and they're getting in backers to fund the company. And you got some of these like idiots out there like, oh, Brian Flynn's been demoted. We got sources that says he is. Okay, prove it. Super 7 says he's not. So quit repeating these blatant, easily proved lies like these morons tell out there.
It's the same people that are like, no Transformers. Sam would buy it. $250 on Transformers. And Tina sucks. And Super 7's failing.
Yeah, they demoted Brian Flynn from his own company.
Shut up. It's like, I want to agree with you because I don't like Super 7 either. But why are you lying? What's the point?
Speaking of like the too expensive thing, but we got colored prototypes of this HasLab. which
Yep.
they look great. Yeah. I was originally going to pass on them, and I got looking at my original Omega Primes. Like, yeah, this is so much an upgrade compared to the old ones. The old ones were great for their time. It's like 2000 when they came out, 2001 in the US, and these have 23 years in engineering and updates, and a bigger budget. So, yeah, they seem look fantastic. That's all the pictures we got of these, but some other stuff they've got very impressive. They're continuing the Missing Link line, and we are getting a Missing Link Sunstreaker, which to me this is kind of like a nice little nod, like doing Sunstreaker first with the Carbots. We did Optimist, and then they did Bumblebee and Cliffjumper. For those that don't know, Sunstreaker is the very first Transforming toy. He was the first figure from Diaclone. He was released in red, so it kind of makes a nice little nod, like, hey, we're getting a update of the very first Transformer. So I think that's really cool. I don't know how many of the Missing Link figures I'll get, but I like them. If it came out a few years ago, like 5-10 years ago, I would have been all in. But now I'm getting where I'm cherry picking a little more. This, I think, is kind of cool. It's like back in the day, G1 RC never got released. They made a like rough prototype way back when. They're going to make it, and they're going to make it Missing Link. This is just a rough prototype too, just a proof of concept. They're going to finally give us a G1 style RC to match the G1 toys. I know lots of people can look at it, so that's hideous, but that's what the original prototype kind of like resembled. Yeah, it's not a pretty RC, but it's what they were going to make, but what never got released. If we got this in the back in the day, like people would have been crazy about this.
Oh yeah, it'd be worth so much money today.
Yep. So here's the picture. Like this is the prototype they made way back when, and they're making this from that, and they're going. This is just the first iteration. They're going to like make improvements on that. And we got some samples of the Missing Link, Bumblebee, and Cliff Jumpers, which those look really cool. And Missing Link Optimus Prime. I hope they do like another Missing Link Optimus Prime with a cartoon head. That would be like the Fiesta Resistance.
Is that Bumblebee and Cliff Jumper in that picture beside Optimus?
Yep, these are the Missing Link versions of those, where we get articulate versions of. I think it's just. I said that a long time ago before like, Masterpiece can come along. It'd be like really cool if they could articulate G1 toys. And it only took like 30 years since I said that, but they're finally doing it.
I think, and I don't know, you know way more about this than I do since I don't collect Transformers. But one thing I always thought. I thought they were cool, even though, because I was much more into Transformers back in the 80s than I am today.
Yeah.
But one thing I liked is, and I never watched any of the Japanese series or any of that kind of stuff, but was all the Headmaster and Power Master stuff. I always thought that was a cool step for the Transformers.
Yep. And I love the concept in Japan better for Headmasters. The Japanese Headmasters, the heads were the actual robots. They were smaller robots, and they left Cybertron to get away from the war. When they went to a planet that was very harsh and hard for them to survive, so they built these bodies called transectors. They plug into, and which makes them the size of regular Autobots and Decepticons. Yeah.
I wonder why I mean, and you would know more about this than I would. I don't see like Headmasters and Power Masters being put out nowadays. Like occasionally we get something, you know, if you get like a big deluxe that has a little head that, but like for the most part, like you're not getting just regular, you know, whatever you want to call it. Like Transformers Legacy United isn't putting out, you know, Headmasters and Power Masters and stuff.
Well, they actually have been for a few years
ago. Have they? See, that's why I was asking, because I don't know.
Titans Return, that was Headmasters.
It was? Okay. And the toys were actually coming out with the Headmaster stuff on them? Okay, cool. See? And I don't collect Transformers. That's why I default to whatever you say. You can literally tell me anything about Transformers, and I just believe you. Wouldn't even know.
Aaron the Toy answered, like, what's up, guys? We had a lot to see today, didn't we?
By the way, I saw you, Aaron, in the Pulse chat today. I don't remember what you said. I just saw his name. The Pulse chat was going by so damn fast while I was watching.
Oh, yeah.
I saw him and Comic Tropes and quite a few channels I saw pop like running through the Pulse. They were leaving comments and stuff.
I dig the Super Modes star screen from Armada. Armada Starscream was a lot better character. He actually does a heel turn on the Decepticons and joins the Autobots. He turns against Megatron. He actually dies a hero. Spoiler.
Well, now I just feel like you've ruined Transformers for me.
It was like 20 years ago. So.
You know, I was going to get into it until you told me that.
We got some previews from Skybound Comics, issues number 13. This has been a good series. It's just so cool. I like the art style. It's a throwback to like, it's like a modern style of classic. It's like a modern style of classic art from Marvel Comics back in the 80s comics. This is the interior artwork here. It is gritty too. It's like they're killing each other, ripping each other apart. But the style is very much reminiscent back in the 80s. Now we got the PulseCon reveals, which is mostly reissues. You get a couple of new reveals, but most of it's all reissue stuff, which was kind of surprising. Which some of them I was glad to see. This is a new reveal, but we're using a mold that's been used so many times. In Japan, he was Sideswipe. In U.S., when they released him, for some reason they changed his name to Wheeljack. But
what was the? I didn't really see what it was, but what was the big combiner that they had posted?
Oh, that was the Dino King, and actually it was a little. It's Legends class, so when he's combined.
Oh, it was, okay.
He's a little tiny thing. It's retool. They're retools of the Dinobot combiner, the Volcanus, with some improvements to it. And we get G2. Like a few years ago, I've been all over buying the G2 recolors, but now I'm passing on them because I got so much. This is the one I'm more excited for than anything. We're getting a reissue of Cosmos. And I got him ordered. He's been like
in the correct color.
Scalp in the proper colors. Scalpers kept buying him up everywhere he showed up. He showed up at Ross's last Christmas, a few places, and he just disappeared.
I liked him from the cartoon.
Yep. And such a great looking bot too.
Yeah.
They made him a Walmart exclusive, and they made him one per case. Like the most popular character in that whole thing, and they made him one per case. This one's a reissue. That was also a Walmart exclusive, and he was selling for like $200 or better on eBay. So we're getting that one, Galaxy Shuttle. Now this is a new reveal. It's a repaint of Blitzwing. They call them Overcharge, which is Diaclone colors scheme, which is kind of cool. And we're talking about, we managed to be able to get them to transform without showing any green color. What are you looking at? I see plenty of green. I see a giant brick underneath that plane. The tank's a little more successful hiding the jet, a little bit on the nose on the jet canopy. But yeah, it was cool. Pass for me, but I like it. The Galaxy Shuttle, it's a reusing the Astro Train mold with a few new parts. But another one would be like kind of a pass for me. I don't like them. More issues. We got the reissue of Ramjet, which was a Amazon 2-pack exclusive with Dirge back in the day. So they've reissued Dirge, I think, last year. Tarn, again, I don't know. They're talking about like Tarn short pack. It's like, how many times are you going to keep reissuing Tarn? That multi-pack that just released, Target's got Tarn in it. The original Tarn release. Now we get another reissue of Tarn. A character that's been dead in the comics for 5 years or better. 5 or 6 years. And we get a reissue of the Target exclusive Bumblebee, which I think even hit Ollie's at one time. So, yeah. So, these are all great additions. A lot of people are excited to get the Ramjet. And the Bumblebee. If you don't have this Bumblebee, it's cool. You get the first appearance of Bumblebee from the cartoon when you had the Cybertronian alt mode. I've been mostly been passed on. I did get this. I think I got I don't know if I did I buy it from the store or did I get it from Ollie's. I can't remember.
I like the way he looks, except I don't like that he looks like he has a backpack on. The rest of the sculpt on that thing looks cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's they get the Cybertronian alt mode. They basically a lot of kibble. When you see a lot of the vehicle mode and stuff in the robot mode, they call it kibble.
Yeah. I wish they had a way to make like I like the chest and the torso and everything, and the arms and legs look great. But then he's just got this big backpack on the back. It's like,
yeah.
I mean, I get why they have to do it. I'm not stupid, but like, if you
does look weird.
Figure out a way to like not have it look like he's on his way to first day of kindergarten, like it'd be great.
Yeah.
This is a Voyager class Transformers Prime, their mainline series for the
cool looking figure.
Sentinel Prime. He's got a standard robot mode, a battle mode, and his alt mode. I'm just so happy this is getting reissued. I had that bullet. Just wanted to tease me for a while. Then I did that multi-pack. The GoBots had the blue version of it. It's like, come on. But we're finally getting it. So I'm happy. Yeah. Oh, side view. Oh yeah, that's his feet. So the backpack's not too bad.
I still like the old figures. Remember the old figure? He was just the back of his back was just the underside of the card. It was just flat.
Yeah.
I know. Can't do that anymore. But I know they had like no articulation on those things, but they looked great.
I think my little dog needs to go potty. I'm gonna let you drive for now.
All right. One thing I do want to talk about, not toy related, but it is geek related. Has everybody seen the new trailer for Venom: Last Dance that dropped yesterday?
I saw a little bit of it. I still haven't watched the entire trailer, but
Oh, dude, it got me so pumped for this movie. I like the first two Venom movies a lot, actually. They're not great movies, but they're fun movies. I like them a lot.
you know what? I liked the first one a lot. The second one, it was okay, but you want to know what kind of started to get to me? I'm not even going to complain about what the movie was about. I just didn't like the way they made Venom too humorous. You know, like when I picture Venom, I picture something dark. I understand they kind of have to cater to different crowds and stuff like that, but he talked way too much in this movie, in the second movie, and it looks like it's repeating it again in the third. But
you know what's funny, and that I completely understand what you're saying. I actually like that they're making Venom his kind of own unique, almost comical character, as opposed to in the comics,
Yeah.
Venom. I mean, Venom had a personality, but for the most part, his personality, he was a symbiote. For the most part, his personality was, you know, Eddie Brock or whoever he was attached to, which was mostly Eddie Brock. So most of what you were getting was an Eddie Brock that was influenced by the symbiote, but we didn't get a lot in the comics. And they may have changed this. I mean, you know, when I read Venom was back in the 80s and 90s. But, you know, a lot of what we got from Venom when I was reading was he was influential to the host, but he really didn't have much of his own personality.
Oh.
And which I still love Venom. Venom was one of the greatest villains of all time. And anti-heroes as well. But I like that they gave him his own personality.
Yes. Okay.
You know what I mean?
I like the fact that he was talking and making jokes. It's just the way he was doing it. Like, I think it would have sounded better if it just came like with the creepy Venom voice, rather than they kind of made. I don't know. To me, he just sounded ridiculous. Like the way he like talk quick and like, you know, he just. I don't know. I'm not going to imitate the thing, but I like what you're saying. Yes, I do like that he had a character. I just think it would have come off better if he still had the creepy voice.
Yes,
You know,
I did watch the Venom trailer and I liked it.
I liked it a lot. Like I knew I was going to see this movie anyway because I liked the first two.
Yeah.
And I saw the first trailer and I was like, oh, cool, I can't wait. I saw the second trailer. I was like, I started getting pumped. Like, especially they're bringing in Null.
I heard Norman Reedus is going to be Null.
Yeah,
that's what I'm hearing.
And I was like, oh, they're just going to go all in for, and they're making it very clear. This is it. This is the conclusion. I don't know if they're prepping for any kind. You know, there's been all those rumors for a while that they're prepping for Venom in the Spider-Man movies and that kind of stuff. And is that going to play in? And then, of course, he had the quick little cameo in No Way Home. And obviously this movie picks up right after that when he's still in Mexico. And, you know, so, I mean, I don't think this is like the end of Venom or anything, but certainly the end of this storyline and maybe the end of this version of Venom. I hope they just swing, man. I hope they just full blow, like, let's just do it up. This is going to be the last one of these. Let's throw Null in there. Let's just, you know, I don't even, at this point, like, I don't even care if it's like, you know, both, you know, Venom and Eddie Brock die at the end, saving the world or something, right? Because we already know Venom's now in the MCU or Sony MCU.
Yeah.
So, because he left part of the symbiote there when he swapped universes in No Way Home or whatever. But, so we're going to get more Venom. But, yeah, I really liked the trailer. I like the first trailer was good, and I was like, cool, want to go see that. Second trailer definitely got me pumped, and I was like, okay, this looks really good, and I hope I'm not disappointed, because a lot of times you see a really good trailer, and then the movie just sucks.
All the good stuff in the trailer.
I gotta watch the trailer.
But I will say I am very glad that it's going to be rated R, as Venom should be. So. That brings up my expectations a little bit too. So,
well, the second part wasn't rated R, right?
No, it wasn't, and it totally should have been with Carnage.
Oh,
that had to be studio interference to make something that stupid.
Oh, 100%. That's totally what it was. They're like, oh, well, we're making money. It's a superhero movie. Blah 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 blah. Got to keep it PG-13. All that shit. Yeah, totally what it was.
Carnage should have basically, like his name, he should have just, it should have been crazy. Like, I mean,
yeah. I also, to be honest, I did not like Woody Harrelson as Carnage. That was that and the non-rated R rating was my two biggest issues with it.
I like
Woody Harrelson circa like 1995 would have been a great Carnage.
He's too old now.
Yeah, he's way too old now to play that character. And I like Woody Harrelson, but this is not a role for him anymore. He's easily 20 years past.
Era Woody Harrelson would have been perfect.
Yes. Yeah, Natural Born Killers, yes. Perfect. But not in 2021 or whenever that movie came out. Or, you know what I mean? Like, no, sorry that you've aged past the role. I mean, I think he still did a great job as best he could for being cast in the role. And ultimately, my biggest issue with the movie is that it wasn't rated R. But
yeah, he was limited, right?
Yeah, But I'm looking forward to some Venom, man. I got to be honest. I've liked those movies. I think, and they've done pretty well, man. They've made money. People seem to like them. They're good. They're fun. They're solid. So I'm looking forward to it.
I think we burned through all of our.
I think we did. We got through all the PulseCon stuff and some more. And yeah, I think we've actually run through everything.
Because PulseCon was a little light this year.
It was. Now, granted, I mean, there was some aspect. I only paid attention to the G.I. Joe and the Marvel Legends. To be honest, I never pay attention to the Dungeons and Dragons stuff or whatever.
Oh, yeah, same here. Like, I'm.
And honestly, I don't pay attention to the Transformers stuff either. But
blasphemy.
What have I ever done?
I know I collect action figures and all this stuff like that, but when the Dungeons and Dragons and Magic Gathering stuff comes on, it's like all I can think of is in my head. It starts playing in my head. Ogre from Revenge of the Nerds.
Oh yeah, yeah. And even the Star Wars stuff, which I'm usually interested in. Like I had it going, but I wasn't really paying attention because Star Wars, the way Hasbro's handled Star Wars recently, and I still love Star Wars. I will always love Star Wars because I can ignore everything after Rogue One. You know what I mean? I can ignore all the things I hate about modern Star Wars and still really, really love like everything up to Rogue One that I really, really like. So I still love Star Wars, but I got to be honest, the way Hasbro's been handling Star Wars the last couple of years, where every other figure is another goddamn Mandalorian, or just pumping out figures for some of these shows that nobody gives a rat's ass about, is just like, come on, man. Like, get back to your bread and butter. Get back to what makes you golden. You know what I mean? Give us original trilogy and prequel trilogy. You know, give us the stuff we want. Give us some expanded universe stuff. You know, that's what we want. That's what Star Wars fans want. They know this already. They've had fail after fail after fail with all the Disney Plus series figures and the sequel series figures.
Man babies that don't want to watch your like horrible, unresearched, bad fan fictions.
Yeah, I don't understand. Like you've got the license. You can make anything, dude. Fucking, we still don't have a goddamn a good like. There's what about, you know? Give us a Dash Rendar, right? I think we got one like years and years ago. You know,
doing this thing, we're trying to like bring in all the old actors when they're old and decrepit. Sorry, that's what they are. They should have just recast everybody and continued after Return of the Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
What they did with Mando,
and they have the rights.
The Mando timeline is where they should be in the main story in the movies.
Yeah, they have the rights to make expanded universe stuff because they've done it before. They still do it from time to time, and there's so many great figures and things they could be doing from the expanded universe that people would eat up. And so, yeah, I mean, I when the Star Wars stuff came on today, I just kind of was like, eh. Like the only one that caught my attention was the Prince Zizor, which was cool because I love that book and it's a great figure and everything. Other than that, I really just whatever.
This is cool. I just saw this here. We saw a tease of it last week. SH Figure Arts Tagoro from Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yeah.
Yu Yu Hakusho. We got full body shots now. Anna.
Okay, those are cool looking figures.
I like them. What in the world is that? I think somebody photoshopped that. I think it's a full power mode.
You got hit with the Prime symbiote. Is it Prime a symbiote? What is that?
Prime? No, it's
what is that stuff? I don't remember.
They just call it the goo. It's like it comes out of his body and it forms the Prime shell.
Yeah.
Was that AI Thundercats? Jeez.
Somebody actually made a fan of this a long time ago. I don't know if that's AI. What in the world is this?
That's Woody.
I know, like it's Woody, but like it is like a old like
Like an actual,
Oh my
not a
God.
toy looking figure.
Yeah, not a toy looking figure. What do you call it? The old westerns?
Spaghetti westerns.
There you go. My brain blanked out. Spaghetti western style Woody.
So that's probably what the toy was based off of.
I scrolled past that before I clicked on it. I was about to click on it. It's like, no.
Yeah, let's move on.
The boys, A-Train, Mix-X. This group on like a Facebook's got a lot of import figures. Oh yeah, I saw this one. Another of what's her name from Street Fighter.
She's cool.
Wow, that's Revoltech. That doesn't look ridiculous for a Revoltech figure.
Yeah. Yeah, the joints are hidden well.
Yeah.
Sometimes they do really well.
I'm kind of liking that amazing Yamaguchi One Punch Man.
Oh yeah, that went up for pre-order too.
The one I want to get is that the Amazing Yamaguchi Supergirl. I want to pick her up.
I didn't see that.
Has it been released yet? I know it went up for pre-order a few months ago, but I haven't seen if it was actually dropped.
I missed that. I totally missed that.
Yeah, they did a Supergirl figure that's very like anime-esque in the face.
Yeah.
Look good.
We get a Amazing Yamaguchi One Punch Man.
Yeah.
Wired soft goods cape. And
Come on, KO. All these things get released on AliExpress eventually. These amazing Yamaguchi.
hey, that's the thing about Yamaguchi figures. $100, you get stuff like ugly stuff like this going on. So I just can't justify that. That's why I hope like Jazzwares is doing those import figures, not import figures, but the anime characters. Like I hope they get One Punch Man, especially if it's supposed to be coming back at the end of the year.
Yeah.
Season 3 finally.
Yep.
They got such great looking characters, and I'm sorry, Saitama is like one of the most awesome characters. He's a broken character. He can defeat anybody. And people are like, he can't beat so. You don't understand. He's kind of like he is like in his universe. He's unbeatable. I mean, he is One Punch Man. If you're like Superman, One Punch Man will grow to be like this afterwards, after he beats Superman on a level. He farts, propels himself over light speed by farting in space. He sneezed the atmosphere off of Jupiter. It's unreal how powerful he is. These are actually in production now. These martial arts figures with the Burning Hammer. You get the Drunken Master with the Bruce Leroy.
No.
Showing up. We need showing up.
I got to start to cut out here.
Yep. I think that's about it. We got nothing really other stands out. This is in stock at 5K Toys. The not Ghost Rider, Carter Slade.
I'll stick with my customs. That's pricey.
Yeah, it's pricey, but they're running a big sale right now too. You got Yusuke, they're unlicensed. Anything they got like black out the face, they're unlicensed figures. I think that should about do it. And that's all. Oh, you gotta go.
Yep, I gotta head out. Got people bitching in my other chat.
You know that that's her shoes. Oh, what? Alrighty. Well, everybody in the chat, thank you for coming out and hang out with us this night. And I got invited to go watch Transformers 1 tomorrow.
Oh, nice. Then
So
good. We can both talk about it. Awesome.
Our viewing's at 5 o'clock. So
Yeah, so is ours. That's the only time they're playing it across the country. 5 p.m.
okay.
Well, 5 p.m. Yeah, 5 p.m. No, mine's at 6. I don't know. Something like that. 5 or 6 p.m. I got to go look at my tickets.
So we both talk about it tomorrow. So we got the Geek Chat possibly tomorrow night if Matt can get out of his time and get back home. And we'll catch y'all next time. Thank you for joining us tonight. And
Later, guys.
Have a good night.
have a good one. And we're out.
Ninja vanish.